Hi, this is Joe again with another review. For the sake of this video, I'm going to be discussing the 1965 horror film, The Curse of the Fly. Now, of course, previously I have reviewed the first two Fly movies. The original Fly film came in 1958, and its subsequent sequel, Return of the Fly, which came out in 1959. We're now doing the third, and I think it was like the final film of the original Fly series until the 1986 remake with Jeff Goldblum. So this is really the last film of that series. And let me tell you, it's like the third film hex all over story with this thing, because this film was terrible. And I mean, there's no way around this thing. It's a terrible movie. It starts off in one of the best opening sequences of any horror film, because it starts off with this woman who was in an insane asylum because of suffering a nervous breakdown, which was, nowadays people are not diagnosed with nervous breakdowns anymore. Now it's bipolar situation today. But back then, it was a nervous breakdown, and she was locked up in an insane asylum for a few years. She escapes. I figured, okay, it's not unusual, but somebody escaping from an insane asylum. But in her case, this woman's case, she escaped from an insane asylum wearing only her underwear. I am not kidding. She's not bad looking either. I wish more wackos would look like this woman. Anyway, she escapes from the mental institution, and she runs into I think it was like the grandson or great grandson of the original Fly from the 1958 film. So this is where it takes place. It takes place many years later in the future, with the grandson or great grandson of the original Fly from the original film, and he actually literally picks this woman up on the street, tries to help her because she was in her underwear, and gives her some money to buy clothes, which she eventually does. And then he, within like a matter of a few hours, it's like maybe 10 minutes of this movie, he actually ends up marrying her. But there's a slight problem. The slight problem is that this guy's ex-wife, technically he didn't divorce her, the wife didn't die. She turned into this fly creature, half woman, half fly. And as a matter of fact, the guy who picked up the woman that escaped from the insane asylum, he was also half fly and half human as well as his father and his whole family turned to fly people, because they had to be the results of what happened to the original Fly from the first film. And they do make some references to what happened in the previous films. I should point that out. And so what happens is that the guy and his father finds out that the woman that he married was in an insane asylum, and what happened was that her parents died very close together. The deaths were pretty close together, and she went nuts, for lack of a better term. And that's why she was in the mental hospital. She had a nervous breakdown because her parents were murdered, and the deaths were either close together on the same night, and so that's why she went nuts, and that's why she was in the insane asylum, because of a nervous breakdown. So he believes that she was okay, so that's why she escaped, and so the guy signs off on us to take responsibility for her. And through the rest of the movie, the family or that guy's servants are trying to make her nuts. But the matter is that the people who were in the half fly, half humans, the servants, were laying them out and terrorizing the guy's wife. I am not kidding. And then she finds out what's going on, and of course, all kinds of mayhem ensues. I am not going to give away the ending because I didn't understand the ending myself. I think that's about everybody went nuts. Almost everybody dies, I think, by the end of this movie. Or the rest of his family dies in the end of the film. And the woman that went nuts at the beginning of the film, I think she turned out to be okay by the end of the film. And the reason why I think is because the movie was so bad, I didn't remember what the hell the ending was, because I was so bored by this movie. After you're seeing the woman in her underwear in the first few minutes of the movie, to me, that was the highlight of the film. The rest of the film was just trying, like I just said, the service trying to drive this woman crazy, and then which it pretty much succeeded, because some crazy, because they wanted her gone or something, because they figure if she finds out what's going on, because that she would report them to the authorities, which of course she doesn't, of course, but there's always the possibility that she would. So I figure, if it's trained for nuts, she'll leave. But I think that this movie is just, if you want to watch good movies with the Fly series, just watch the first two movies with Richard Price in it, or possibly even the 1986 remake, which I referenced earlier. Those are the movies that you should, Fly movies that you should watch and pay attention to. Forget The Curse of the Fly, because this movie is just awful. I'm doing a short review on this thing because there's not that really much to talk about. So this is my review of the Curse of the Fly. Please click on the video, please rate it. Please subscribe to my channel. Please forward this video to your Facebook pages. And check out all my reviews and on my YouTube channel at rowdyc.com, so WDY.com. It's the homepage and Rowdy Reviewer. Christy Moore. Please check out all his videos on his website. Thanks for watching, and catch you next time.